So it's the middle of April and it's snowing here in Cincinnati. Yep, I guess that's a thing now. Kind of depressing though. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Cashed Out. And today we're going to be talking about the best $300 that I've ever spent on audio equipment. And I talked a little bit about this on my Moza SlidePod video. I think that was the video that I talked about it. But essentially the story of it was I was sitting down, getting ready to record. I got the lighting set up, got everything just tuned in just right. You know, you're just kind of ready to roll. And I was using the Shure MV7 mic, and that's the one that was the USB version, not the XLR version. And I had it plugged into my laptop, had it synced to the Motive app that was tied in on there. And as soon as I turned the mic on, nothing happened. No sound came through, nothing. So I played around with it, tried to adjust the settings, tried everything that I could, and I got really frustrated because I was like ready to go. I was ready to knock that video out, and the mic not working just kind of throws a damper into your plans completely. So I just kind of looked around. I was thinking of upgrading to an XLR mic anyway. I was thinking of making that switch at some point, but I didn't want to do it then. You know, I didn't want to do it that soon. So I typically don't buy mics and audio equipment from Best Buy, but I didn't have time to waste. I didn't have time to shop around. I needed to get this video recorded and up and running quickly. So I just jumped on bestbuy.com, searched XLR mics, and the first thing that came up was actually the Zoom ZDM-1 Podcast Kit. When I first saw it, I was a little bit hesitant because I was like, you know, it's a podcast setup. You know, I'm not going to use that for videos. But when I looked a little bit closer at what came in that bundle, I got a little bit more excited and decided to pull the trigger. Now, the audio that you're hearing in this video is coming straight from the Zoom ZDM-1 and the Podtrak P4 combination. And I really like the quality that I've been getting from this combination, and it's working really, really nicely because I'm able to get high quality audio without having to really work hard or do a ton of post-production. And that's really a winner for me because it helps me speed up my video production process and makes things so much easier for me. Even as we start to advance and start doing a little bit more with podcasting, it's just like an all-in-one bundle that's really got me excited. Now, the first thing that you're gonna get in the kit is a Zoom ZDM-1 mic, and it's a super cardioid polar pattern which rejects kind of the side noises to the mic when you're recording, and it works really well. It's an XLR mic, so it works fantastic. You get really good quality coming out of it. The kit also comes with a ZHP1 Zoom dynamic headphones, and these are really awesome. They're super good for editing. They have really good sound quality. You can kind of hear every level of the audio that you're recording, and they work really well whether you're doing podcasts or whether you're doing video recordings. They do a really good job when it comes to editing. The kit also comes with a tripod mic stand. It comes with a windscreen for the mic, and it also comes with a 6-foot XLR cable. So you get a lot in this kit. You know, a lot of this, if you were just buying the mic on its own, you'd have to pay for the cables, pay for the stand, pay for, you know, whatever. So it's really cool to have it all bundled into one package, and it's a really nice deal for what you get for it. Now, in terms of what comes in the box with the Podtrack, it's actually pretty simple. You get the Podtrack P4 itself, you get a couple batteries and a couple starter guides that nobody ever reads. So that's basically it. But this combination is super good if you're looking for high quality audio on a budget. I can't stress how impressed I've been so far with the quality of audio that I've been getting out of here, and it's really got me excited. I'm really pumped about it. The Podtrack P4 is a fantastic pairing to any XLR mic. It's a recorder, and Zoom does a great job when it comes to recorders. I've used Zoom recorders in the past, and they've never let me down, never had any issue with them. Some of them were a little bit dated in terms of the software and things like that because they don't do a lot of firmware upgrades for those, but they work really well. In terms of doing the job that a recorder is supposed to do, they do that, and that's the most important thing. The Podtrack P4 comes with 4 XLR inputs with phantom power, and it allows for independent volume control and multi-track recording for each input. So this is really handy, especially if you're doing podcasts or if you're just going to have inputs coming in from several different locations. It allows you to be able to have really good control of it. It comes with very nice controls. Everything on there, from the knobs to the buttons, feels really good, very responsive. It's made out of plastic, so it's kind of a cheaper material, but the quality of audio that you get out of it, which is a more important thing, is really good. So don't let the design, it's kind of an awkward design. It looks really weirdly shaped, but don't let the design turn you off. It works really well for what it's supposed to do. At the bottom of the P4, you've got 4 headphone output jacks, and you've also got independent volume control for each one of those jacks. So it's really nice, super handy. It's a nice touch to be able to control control each volume independently. And the P4 also has a port on the side to allow you to be able to take in input from a cell phone call. So if you have somebody calling into your podcast, or if you want to record audio from a cell phone, somebody talking about something, you can actually have them call in and connect that to the side jack and be able to record it with your audio all together. So very handy. It's a nice little touch on there as well. And on the other side of the P4, you've got two ports. You've got a USB-C port to be able to use DC power, so you can power this recorder through DC power if you don't want to use the battery. And it also has a USB port as well, so you can attach anything else that you want to be able to tag in with this P4 recorder. So I'm glad that it has two separate USB ports, so that if it's charging, if you're using DC power, that extra port isn't taken up. You can actually be able to plug something else in through USB while you're using that DC port as well. Now for me, I'm honestly kind of glad that my Shure mic crapped out on me when it did, because this has been a fantastic upgrade. I really like the sound quality, like I mentioned earlier. I like how simple it is. I just feel like it's a much simpler process recording to the Zoom PD4 with the XLR connection without having to go through a laptop. I know it also minimizes the risk of software failure, and the same thing that I encountered with my Shure mic is that once that app crashes or something happens between the app and your computer, you're now screwed and you can't really record. So I like having the XLR. I like the quality that I'm getting out of here, and I'm definitely not disappointed with this upgrade at all. So if you guys are looking at upgrading your audio, I would highly recommend looking into this podcast bundle. It was like $350 retail coming out of there when everything was said and done, but I'll have to say it's fantastic for me. We're actually going to be starting the Cashed Out podcast here soon, so this is going to be a great combination of being able to get good quality audio for my videos, but also literally have everything that I need to be able to do podcasts as well. And speaking of podcasts, I forgot to mention one important feature. The Podtrak P4 also comes with sound pads. Right on top of there, you got 4 sound pads that you can program them to different sounds. So if you're doing a podcast and you want to kind of cue in either like the music for the intro, or you want to cue in a funny sound effect, whatever, you can use up to 4 of those to be able to program them to whatever you want. And it's actually really cool. I'm kind of sad that I almost forgot to talk about it, but it's one of those additional perks that makes this really valuable. And this is why I'm pumped about having it, is because it's very versatile. You can use it for a variety of cases, and the quality that you're going to get out of there is not going to lack at all. So if you're looking to upgrade your audio, definitely check out this combination. I'll put the link in the description below for you to check them out, and it's definitely worth your time. And I'll have to say, I am not disappointed at all. I'll do a long-term review. I've honestly only had this now for, I guess maybe going on a month now, but I'll do a long-term review of it as I use it more, and I'm excited to kind of use it on the podcast to give you guys some feedback on how that works out as well. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and tune in next time right here on Cashed Out. Take it easy, guys.